1916. They opened the doors with 4 patients. A lot of the stuff I would tell you in different places, but with a group this big, we can't gather in some of them. So anything that I tell you, I'll try to reiterate when we get to those areas, but I want everybody to be able to hear me. But and basically the way Dr. King ran it, the patients helped grow their own food. They ate meals with his family. His family actually lived here. And, they interacted with the patients. And most of the, the majority of patients here did get well and they did go home. Of course, we had its share of, suicides, things like that. Whether or not that's what's still here, the reason that the spirits are still here, we don't know. But, obviously the people were mentally ill, so there was going to be those kind of things. Most of the history that we have of the building is through certain books in the library, like the boys' school yearbooks, things like that. But the majority of the information we get is from past employees. There were no documents here. There was no patient records here. There's none of that. So it's all what we get. So certain things may have been a location at one point, but then it was something else. So we have to go kind of with what the majority has told us that it was. But anyway, we will go this was Skylight Hallway. It was a music room and kind of a lounge area. There used to be glass windows in the top there to let the sunlight in. So basically it was just a gathering area, relaxation area for patients. But we'll go from here. We'll try to get around the grand staircase. She has the table set up down there for dinner, so we'll go around this way and go up the grand staircase. And go to Albans and Jacob's room. Huh? All the punch tables, but I think we can get by it. Did she block it up? We'll go up the other back. We'll go up the other stairs. Okay. Like I said, here you'll be able to see this a little bit better tomorrow. But this is the grand staircase. This is one of the things that we have stripped down, removed the carpet, all the layers of paint and all that, and tried to restore it back to its original condition. And I don't know if they told all y'all this earlier, but this place is run strictly on volunteers. So any money you spend here, all that goes straight back in here. None of us get paid anything to be here. So, but that's one of the projects that the volunteers have done. Of course, the other stuff that we do is basically just maintenance enough to keep the building open so people can come in it. We have lots of water leaks. We have all kinds of things, and we don't. The only money we get to repair it is the money we bring in. So we would go up that way, but we're going to take a back way up here so that we don't mess with things that's dead under.
You didn't get the memo?
Sure, let's get right on that. Should about that film on the way up.
Yeah. I was having fun watching your videos when you were going through it. It's nice when you know it's full. Yeah, Lyle, man, you would watch. No, but I'm sorry. Chris, I need that.
The end, Cody? All right, so when you look around, you see the graffiti and the vandalism, things like that. The hospital moved all of the patients from this building into the new RU building that you probably saw when you came up. That became the new St. Albans Hospital. They moved them over there in 1980. They used very limited space in here. But then in 2004, the building was completely closed. And, I mean, this is the results. There were squatters living in here. There was all kinds of vandalism. All the windows pretty much were busted out of the whole building. There was a whole lot of the building that was not accessible when it first got reopened. So this area here, down through this way, was a women's open ward. You can go down through there and look at the rooms there. On past that was like administrative offices. If you've read anything online, if you've been here before, you may have heard of Donald and Jacob. There's no documented proof of this, but the story goes that Jacob was a child that was dropped off here. They don't really know where he came from. But Donald was an orderly. Both of the rooms that are labeled are rooms around the corner. But they found Jacob basically sexually molested to death in his bed. And Donald was the person accused of it.
What year?
The 60s is the best that we can, like I said, there's no documentation of that, but there have been several people who have at least said that it happened. So those rooms are around there, women's open wards down there. Feel free to look around about 5 minutes or so. When y'all walk around this way, I'll show you which rooms are Donald's and
Does it go
Jacob's.
around the circle or?
No.
No.
Is there anybody up there?
It's closed and you come back this way, is that it?
Oh.
Yeah, it comes straight back up.
Okay.
It dead ends.
You won't. For now, anyway.
All right, y'all, this is St. Albans. We're just on a little tour of the building here. Back staircase that goes downstairs. Dark in that one. Cool.
I met you, haven't I?
I'm Curtis
Did I
Wimer.
meet you at?
No, I don't think we met, but I think we might have
Did we
run
meet
across.
at Penhurst?
I don't think so, but I think we probably run across each other on Facebook.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. You're Christopher, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm Curtis. My name's Curtis.
Lost the rest of them already.
I'm gonna slide by y'all. Excuse me.
Bangkok.
Everybody just kind of looking around, checking out the floor now.
This is a lot. My husband's Catholic, so he doesn't investigate. He's like, my husband's a pussy. I'll stand.
We won't tell him you said that. Oh, he might. I hope he's not watching. He might have heard. I'm gonna take y'all down here on the other side where Jacob's room is.
Most of the deaths.
All right, so this is Jacob's room. You see all the toys. So I believe the story goes that Jacob was molested and murdered by another resident here. But this is his room, and people come here to talk to him and leave toys for him. I'm just kind of trying to walk around. This is our little pre-tour before tomorrow night's investigation. I've been here 10 times or so, and I still get lost in this building. Here, let's let y'all look down the grand staircase. A lot of shadows been seen on this staircase over the years.
I didn't want to post and
No, you're fine with posting.
Great, thank you.
All right, so that's your tour of the
This whole building was women's. Down there,
Tour of this
like
floor.
administrative end, there's bathrooms.
when we get to the next area, I'll come back on. Talk to y'all in a bit.